What's going on in business land?
Business land.
Business land. Let's talk business.
All right, you want to talk a little business?
Let's talk your business.
Few exciting things. So before I was playing Refresh on a little fun split test we got running. So
that's a fun game for you.
Yeah, so
you
we have an
love hitting
e-commerce
F5.
company. We drive a lot of traffic to our sites, and so we can run lots of experiments on all the pages. So we did a fun, I think you may have talked about PayPal stock in one of the previous Irresponsibly Long.
Sure
so
did.
Yes.
He went
Yes,
long
we are,
PayPal.
We're
So,
long PayPal currently.
This split test is a checkout page with PayPal and one without PayPal. And the initial results are chef's kiss.
Okay, so what do your initial results say? Does PayPal matter?
Yes.
It definitely matters.
Yes. So
Steven loves this, by
Let's
the way.
add.
So-
adding. Hold on.
it's only at
Oh, I
the
can't trade right now.
You're gonna,
TradFi.
you're gonna go buy
Such
some
bullshit.
PayPal.
so 95% confidence interval. We need to wait a little bit, but as of right now, the revenue per visitor to the checkout page, which is how we define the winner of the test, is 20% higher. And in our world,
20%?
So
Yeah.
your demographic is geriatric.
yeah, I guess.
So
I guess
you sell
on
to
some of those-
just straight boomers.
Yeah, so this is on one of our cleaning products. So yeah, that makes sense. But what's interesting is that the conversion rate is up by over 30%. And when you look at that cohort of the experiment variation, only like 20% of the people use PayPal to purchase. So that means there's a whole nother group that sees PayPal,
Oh, it just brings validity to your page.
credibility, and just uses their credit card.
Oh, that's
Pretty
why
cool.
when I go to some of these like scammy pages, they have like 19,000 different like badges of
course.
everything. Verified, trusted, Oprah loves us. Just like just badges everywhere.
That's how you know it's a scam.
That's how I know. That's how I know it's a scam. But apparently, that's how Nick's consumers know that it's like it's a trustworthy product.
Yeah, so PayPal works. The conversion rate's up 30%. The average order value is a little lower. So it equals out to like a 20% improvement. And in our business, if we can spend the same, call it millions of dollars a month in ad spend and make 20% more revenue from it, should be good.
That is huge.
There's other like, consequences of it. So your money goes through the PayPal pipes. And this is my biggest gripe about PayPal is it's not like process money goes from the customer's bank to your bank and you have the money. PayPal holds on to it for a bit, and they've been known to hold all the money.
And it's like arbitrary, right? Like how they decide to hold it, or for how long, or for how much.
Yeah, it's probably mostly AI based or rules based, let's just say. And they can hold all your money, and they can decide to keep it for 6 months if they want.
That's okay. Businesses don't actually need cash, do they?
Yeah. So anyway, it is a little risky to put all of it on there, but we'll do it slowly over time and test every site that we have and roll it out. But those are really fucking exciting.
Big numbers.
Yeah, they're cool. So anyway, that's what's been going on. And then it's December, so I know like for investors, you want to do your tax loss harvesting. We kind of do that as a business. So right now, anytime you're a cash-based tax filer, you have the opportunity to prepay as much as you can by the end of the year to reduce your taxable income. So we have things that we for sure know will pay in January and February. It could be fulfillment and shipping bills, could be ad spend, a whole host of things. And so we're trying to safely prepay all of our January and February expenses in December without going bankrupt. So I'm going to try to take our bank account as low as it possibly can to reduce both taxable income. And a good example is, let's say there's a bill on January 5th that's $100,000. Well, if we pay it on December 31st, we save, call it $35,000. So you want to pay as much as possible before the end of the year. So New Year's Eve or whatever's the Friday before New Year's, I told the accounting team, like, you're on call, because I will tell you the amount we need to wire, when we need to wire it.
And you guys are going to run lean.
I'm going to take it as low as possible. And hopefully we can reduce our taxable income as much, because, every $1,000 you're able to spend, it's like saving $300 that you're going to have to send out next April. And that could be used for operating capital to grow the business further. And I'm pretty sure we can get a better ROI than the IRS and the United States government. They would just let us hold on to it for a little longer. We could probably make them more tax money.
I wonder how many people do this in their investment portfolios.
like tax loss harvesting. Yeah, I mean it's not exactly the same, but yeah, I mean I'm doing it. I noticed I had a bunch of NFTs that are worthless. Most of them are worthless. Things I didn't spend much on, but instead of trying to sell them, I just sent them to the burn address, and I saw on my crypto tax calculator thing, it lowered the taxable income. So playing
a lot
of
of
that.
realized gains.
Well, yeah, because as I'm converting the Bitcoin to ETH, those are some bigger
That's
gains.
a taxable event. Yeah.
So I'm trying to find any little bit of like losses and sell them so I could take the L and match them up against converting Bitcoin to ETH. So yeah. Anyway, that's what's going on in business world.
Ugh.
Exciting to you a little bit?
A little
Or-
bit. It makes me sad for the tax system. Like clearly this is how you would design a system from scratch, or like where this is the behavior.
Well, most companies, like
encourages.
I guess most companies, most small businesses are on cash basis. But if you're on accrual basis, then it doesn't matter. Like whenever the revenue hits your books is when it's taxable. So like even though you could prepay your January expenses in December, it doesn't matter. You book it in January, so you can't write off against your taxes. And switching back and forth is kind of a whole to do, and violating the accrual rules are a big no-no.
Did we talk last week with Charlie Munger about like C's candy?
I don't think we talked about that one in particular, but they
yeah.
always talk about it. Like
They
I
love
tuned-
talking about that. It's such a fun. They just go completely into the cash at the end of every year.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like C's
C's?
candy. Apparently, they just go like a 9-year-old could audit the company. They just go into cash.
That's not possible.
That's
They have inventory.
Look, take it up with Charlie. Well, you can't anymore, but take it up with Charlie's
RIP
estate.
too soon.
I know. So, sorry, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, like we at the same time we have to stack up inventory because Chinese New Year's in February. So at the same time we're trying to.
Oh God, I used to hate that.
Oh,
You're like, oh, okay, I got to order all this stuff for the new year because for us, like we used to get wrecked during the holiday season because
Yeah.
we were entirely dependent on spending money on ads, which I think is what you do.
Yep.
And then ads cost $1 billion around December, so it's like you just go play golf basically.
It's a pretty popular gift in China, cleaning products to your wife.
So yeah, I mean that's a good point. Like the guys who are spending a lot in ad spend, you get a lot of talk on Twitter about those guys, doing well during holiday season. I'm like, if I could just chill, and then right around December 23rd, all the ad rates drop, and usually like the first day of January, the first week, the first even month, it is just the highest ROI spend you can have if you have these non-seasonal type products to sell. So anyway, that's what we're focused on is like getting as much inventory as possible now, getting everything nice and tight before our busy season, which will start the last week in December, while also draining the bank account as much as possible. So it's a fun little game to play.
Love it. Yeah, I've been
Very opposite from the 1000x degen bets. This is like very hopefully
I
very
love that you have
calculated.
these two sides to you. There's the man who comes into work with his. Well, you don't wear a suit.
No.
You just wear a t-shirt.
Yes.
A white t-shirt today.
Yeah, white t-shirt.
You just
no
wear
black.
white or black t-shirts, huh? Do you have
yeah,
a?
that is his suit.
Do you have like 900 black t-shirts in your closet?
There's a lot, but there's different brands and they all fit a little differently. And
So there's
some
like a
feel nice.
process behind your
Well,
black
sometimes
t-shirts?
they're just like a regular old black t-shirt, and
Some
then
have
sometimes they're
some have a pocket.
Yeah,
You
some
need
have a pocket.
Proof of pocket.
yeah. But yeah, it's a lot of black and white t-shirts. Keeps the weekdays smooth.
All right, cool. I have a follow up on your tax loss harvesting. I want to pause for a second to go back because we did fix,
Oh, nice.
and by we I mean Jordan did fix what apparently was my mistake with the NFT thing.
Nice job, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
Success.
So pods.media/alfalfa, you can now collect this week's episode. And shout out to last week's top collectors. We got Dan Simmons at SimmonsSD.eth. We got Tunsky in at number 2. Thank you, Tunsky. And once again, in the number 1 spot, lemoncake.eth. I don't know who you are,
Coming in
Lemon
hot.
Cake.
Lemon cake.
But he's coming in hot.
Show yourself.
Also, we got False in the chat asking what we're drinking. We are drinking Clase Azul and Pacifico.
Mm-hmm.
We drink a lot of Mexican stuff, I've noticed.
We're right,
want-
we're right on the border.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's also just a great choice.
It's good. Also, Basil's here, by the way.
What's up, Basil?
What's up, Basil? Good to have you back.
Miss you.
Been a while. Miss you. Anyway, yeah. So the tax thing is. Here's what I've been grappling with. Like, I want to buy a bunch of altcoins, but I kind of fully deployed. So I have to sell. So I either have to sell stuff or lever.
Yeah, just go perp mode.
I mean, I have been just a little bit. Like, just basically, I'll throw my ETH and Aave and borrow some stables and then buy the coin, which is not smart. But like, I don't want to do it now because I'm just trying to get to the end of the year. Because at least if I do it Jan 1, like I have a whole year to punt with like all the like because all my ETH.
Wait, you don't want to sell your win?
I don't want to sell any of my ETH to buy alts right now because my ETH is all up.
Right.
Like some of it.
So then
considerably. So.
It gives you an extra year to just like not have that cash outflow for taxes.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
Yes.
Has anyone seen any like trends when you have an up year in the stock market? You know, in the first week of January comes. We kind of saw this in early 2022 when 2021 was a massive up year, and we just started out down only because maybe there was people just itching to take their gains but do it in the new year.
Well, it's kind of goes counter to what we typically see in TradFi, which is this, like they call it the January effect, where people like actually do their tax loss selling in December before the new year, and then in January they buy it back. But I think like when you're
because of the in TradFi you have a 30-day wait period, is that right? Before you can buy them back?
There is a 30-day wait period,
Yeah.
but like I don't think that's even really what it is. I think you're just like, if you have losers, you just want to sell them against your winners. But like the January effect is that in the month of January, the stock market is outperforming, you know, over a 80-year period or something. It's like
Because of those buybacks.
Because of the buybacks.
Is that? Do you know if that's true in like a very up year?
No, I actually haven't studied that, but I think you make a good point. Like in an up year, it sounds like it should be inverted, really.
Yeah, like you know, our buddy in the office here, he had some options that were in the plus, and I'm like, you think you can wait 25 more days because then you won't have to pay the taxes until 18 months out, and yeah, you kind of have to make that decision. I imagine most people are kind of going through similar thought process